What's up? What's up? What's
That was take two, y'all. Take one, so you got my unit.
What's up, you guys? Thank you guys for joining our Fearless Investing podcast. I am so honored. I am so happy. We have the Lawrence Barron in the house tonight.
Checkmate.
That's right. That's right. You understand anything?
No.
Yeah, you started to pick on me.
Yes, sir. Hey, we are excited. We are ready to drop some gems. We're ready to give you some game. We want y'all to make sure y'all are asking Lawrence some questions. At one point, he was a newbie. So understand that it can be done. So we're going to take a quick 1 minute break and we'll be right back.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yo. We in the building. We in the building.
Fearless Investing Podcast. Listen, we don't just have a flipper. We don't just listen. We have our ex-flipper icon in the
We
building.
don't just have a flipper. We don't just have
a realtor.
We
don't just have a full-time work, like
full-time. Well, real estate is a hell of a part-time gig.
Part-time, full-time.
Let's go.
Get into it.
All right, so Ashley, can you introduce our guests?
Absolutely. So, am I doing my backlog of how I met him?
If that's what introduce the guest mean to you.
Goodbye. Yeah, it's
actually I met you guys both at the same time, by the way. So.
We did. We met at a real estate meetup.
Absolutely.
In Homewood. Shout out to AIA.
Hold up. I gotta interrupt. Pillar number 6 to success.
Network.
Listen.
Network.
You gotta network. You gotta get outside your comfort zone. You gotta go meet new people. All right. I gotta say, like, I was talking to a guy today, and he was telling me that the people he around are not interested in investing in him because of who he is. And I told him you gotta get around different people. You gotta get in different circles. Yeah. If that circle you hanging with don't understand you, don't vibe with you, don't understand the vision that God has put into you, get around different people. Because there are people who will invest in you because you're you.
Just because of who you are.
All right, back to the intro. Go.
So yeah, we met Lawrence at a real estate meetup. He was like, I seen you guys on Instagram. Let me get a picture. And we got a picture, found out that him and Antonio were Kappas. So
absolutely.
Shout out to KSI.
Yo. Shout out to the good bro.
Absolutely.
Whenever, and I'm not in a sorority, but I just feel like whenever fraternities meet each other, members of fraternities meet each other, you just automatically become like best friends. You don't even know each other. And it's just like, you know what? We brothers for life.
Hey, man.
But I think that's special. But I think that's special, and I think that's cool.
It's very dope. It's special for a reason.
Yeah. Tanya.
All right. Go.
So fast forward, always kept in touch with Lauren, and Lawrence was like, I want to start investing. Like, let's run it. He may have been the only person The only person that actually got everything there is to get when it comes to what we order, what our projects look like, and only because he asked a simple question. Now, where y'all get this stuff from? Where should I buy it from?
Absolutely.
What do I need?
And I won't say he's the only one who got it, but he's the only one who followed it. He's the only one who implemented it.
Yeah.
You gotta take action.
Only one who implemented it. All right.
Gotta take action.
So we are going to welcome to the stage from Fairfield, Alabama.
Alabama.
Mr. Lawrence Barron.
The real estate name.
Hold up, let him say it on there.
Okay.
What's that real estate name?
So I got a couple of tags.
All right.
Well, my full name is Lawrence Barron II.
All right.
Better known as LH.
Okay.
My Instagram tag is Real Estate Baron.
Real estate
And
Baron.
I'm also known as Jack Flipper.
Jack Flipper. That's the one I like right there.
Jack
Jack Flipper, baby.
Let's
Absolutely.
go. All right, take us on the journey, Lawrence. Like, how long were you a realtor before you decided I want to start investing?
So taking you guys back in time, I actually got my real estate license in November of 2017.
Okay.
And so 2018 was actually my full year selling real estate. And from that point on, as you guys stated, I had to get in the room, man. I knew what it take to get some sales. I had to network.
Yeah.
I had to push my business card. I still like physical cars. I go to gas stations and leave them here.
Let's go.
It don't matter. and like you stated, man, you guys had a great presence on Instagram and the social media platform. And I said, I got to meet those people. You know what I mean? And when I saw y'all, I almost wanted the autograph. I'm not joking. I said, oh, there they go. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm going to make my move. So I tiptoed over there, kind of introduced myself to you guys, gave you my business card. We took a dope selfie at that time. Like you said, after that, we stayed in touch. You guys were rehabbing homes heavily over in the Pleasant Grove and the Hewitttown market.
Yeah.
I stopped at one of your agent open houses just to see your work, and I've been impressed ever since. And we kept that relationship, and I'm thankful for that.
We're thankful for you. So let me tell you the funny thing about it. So 2016, 17, I wasn't in the marketing at all. That's when Ashley was just starting to really come into the business and carve out her own niche. So I didn't even know people knew us like that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know that we had a presence like that. Sure. So to hear you say that, it's like, oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now I understand 3, 4, 5, 6 years later to what
8 years later.
8 years later to how powerful it is to make sure that you are marketing yourself, you're marketing your business, and understand that you are a brand.
You are a brand.
You are a brand.
So Antonio never believed in marketing, so he was just
and
like,
it wasn't no secret now.
He was just like, listen, that stuff you talking about, if it's not free, don't be doing it. So I literally had to find like all the free channels, and it exploded.
I like it
because he would not give $1 towards it. So yeah, that's one thing about growth. Now he's like, spend $6,000-$7,000 a month.
I'm not gonna front y'all on my timeline 24/7.
It's a total different story. It's a total different story now.
Yeah, y'all doing y'all thing.
Yeah, man, we understand the power of it.
Yeah,
I won't even say that it's all us understanding.
Sure.
Shout out to my guy G. He was a big part of us understanding the brand.
Enough about us.
Yeah.
Enough about us.
Go ahead.
Shout out to G though. Shout out to Sean. What's up, Sean? Sean was a big part
Sean
of
also.
it. Absolutely. Absolutely. So listen, walk us through this journey. Like,
oh, look, before we get started, man, I want to shout out the high school students at Cornerstone.
Let's go.
High School in Huffman, Alabama. today I was able to speak to those kids about a career in real estate investing, and wealth building through home ownership, man. So shout out to
that's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
You must some fires for that one right there, man.
Yeah. Give me some fires, man.
You must some fires for that one. It's all about the young people.
Yeah, man. And listen, they were engaged,
Wow.
attentive, and I just showed them the power of it, and they changed their mindset. Now, the sky's the limit.
The
man.
sky is the limit.
And in fact, there is no limit. There is no limit.
Absolutely.
There is no limit.
Powerful. Man, that's great, Lawrence, man. Like,
Appreciate it.
to be able to help start adjusting kids' mindset at that age. You gotta, at what age did your mindset adjust to entrepreneur? Like, was your mom and dad entrepreneurs? Did you grow up around that? What was your mom and dad like?
Yeah, so let me take you back. My dad, he worked for the IRS, Internal Revenue Service. When a lot of people see him coming, they be like, "Oh, I don't want to see my dad." But he worked for the IRS, and my mom worked for the post office. So both of them had government jobs. Now, growing up, my dad did have a business venture where me and him sold snow cones. Yeah, so growing up, I played Little League Baseball at Glen Oaks, and one day out the blue, man, a snow cone machine showed up at and so,
listen, y'all ain't have Amazon back then, so
you can kind of picture like a lemonade stand with an umbrella. And so, we did that for probably 1 or 2 years. We would park outside of Walmart, Kmart, and Fairfield in the baseball games. And we sold snow cones.
Wow.
Yeah. And then also, my parents, they were real estate investors. Unbeknownst to me, they were renting out their first property in the Fairfield area in Glen Oaks, and during the summer months when we had rental turnovers, I would have to go over there, cut grass, paint, fix up the house, and get it ready for the next tenant. So then that was already encouraging me, engraved in me about getting out there hustling and investing in real estate.
I think it's so crazy that everybody who we have that has accomplished a significant amount, if it wasn't their parents, it was someone close to them where they were an entrepreneur. They kind of inspired them. They saw them working from afar, and it made them look at life differently, look at work differently, and develop a hustle. I can't say we're all born with that same hustle, but I feel like hustle can be learned. So you're growing up, you don't really notice that your dad got this hustle about him.
Mm-hmm.
And at what age did you say, like, I want to become a business owner? Did that click as a kid, or did that click as an adult?
It didn't click as a kid. It clicked as an adult. Now, taking you guys back to kind of like 2010, I would say, when the economy, a lot of companies were laying off people. I got laid off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah, absolutely. And for me, that was devastating because I'm like, shoot, I go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? I do my job.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt, you know what I mean, like they stabbed me in the back. And so from that point on, I changed my mind. I said, corporate America will never catch me with my pants down.
That's right.
Woo!
That's what I'm talking about.
From that moment, really, 2010 was early on. I said, I got to have something else to fall back on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if it ever happens again, I'm ready.
Okay.
I got a backup.
You got a
backup. They'll never think you too comfortable.
Yeah.
Not get laid off.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my mom got laid off. My auntie done got laid off. So understand that you always have to have something that you're working on that will support you in a time of chaos. So don't get caught with your pants down. And don't say nobody didn't tell you.
Don't say nobody didn't tell you.
We're telling you now, make sure you are working on something else that can help you if you get laid off.
Tools in the tool belt. You always talk about it.
You gotta have tools.
They think I'll be paying attention. You have to, especially in this economy now, man. Dog, you have to have. I mean, they say 7 to be a million, but you really got to come with it, man. I mean, it's expensive out here. Like they say outside, it's expensive outside.
That's real.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so
yeah,
you become a real estate agent.
mm-hmm.
How long before being a real estate agent did it click in that I need to be an investor also?
Day one.
So did you get your license to be an investor? Did you thought that?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really just say I'm going to come out and start flipping, but I'm gonna tell you, y'all remember a show called Flip This House?
Mm-hmm.
This was Flip This House was very
was that thing in Mirror?
It wasn't thing.
A&E?
Paul Armando and them, the guy from
Armando,
Texas, and then there was a guy out of South Carolina and Atlanta.
Okay.
And so when I had graduated college, I graduated college in 2005. So 2006, I was engulfed in Flip This House, man. You know, I would watch those episodes, and you would say, dang, you know, he would buy a house. You know, I was always encouraged about buy low, sell high. And he come out, they show you the number. I made $60,000. I said, shoot, he can do it. I can do it. So piggyback on what you're saying, when I got my real estate license, full disclosure, I do real estate part-time. I'm sorry. I do have a 9 to 5. But anywho, got my real estate license, and I said, man, if I could just get my foot in the door, I knew I can transform selling real estate and then also flipping houses.
Absolutely.
And so what happened was, I'm not sure if I had my license already, but my dad, again, he said, LH, I want to flip a house. I said, okay, we're gonna make it happen. You know, this
dad came to you and said,
he did.
Okay,
he did. And so I was challenged to say, shoot, as a real estate agent, I'm gonna find him a flip. That was kind of
a deal.
Find him a deal. You know what I mean? And then, long story short, started selling in 2018, and in 2 years, I was ready to go. You know what I mean? And when I say ready to go is, you know, I do have my 9 to 5, but all of my real estate commission checks, I wasn't spending it. You know what I mean?
You had that 9 to 5.
Yeah. But I had a great year like 2019. You know, and I could have went out, bought new car, you know, just went out and kind of splurged a little bit, you know what I mean? But I was just putting back, waiting for my time. So within the 2-year period from 2018, 2019, I was just saving money. And then 2020 came, I was ready to pounce.
Let's
You
go.
see what I'm saying?
Let's go.
I was ready.
Let me. So
I do want to talk about how
I got that first one.
Yeah, I do want to talk about how I got that first one.
So, all right, Dad came to you and said, I want to find a deal.
Mm-hmm.
I need a deal. I want to flip. What kind of fears were going through your head as far as finding the perfect deal for Dad and making sure that at the end of the day he can make money? Like, what kind of fears did you have?
So the fear was the funding portion of it. You know what I mean? When I was Googling, you know, just how to get a loan or fix and flip loan, this and that. A lot of these bigger companies, they wanted huge down payments. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I had the money to do it, but at the same time, did I have enough to put down the down payment? You know, pay the contractor and see the deal through.
Right.
So that was my only concern: finding the correct
the
funding, and then making sure that, you know, if I do find a house, make sure it's gonna sell pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So tell us how you found that first house.
So, where was the first house?
So the first house, man, God is so good. In my neighborhood.
That's right.
Where I grew up.
Okay.
I grew up in a neighborhood in Fairfield, Alabama, called Bellwood. It's a very, very nice neighborhood, my childhood neighborhood. And what happened was, instead of driving for dollars, that's a term that a lot of investors use. I had bought some door hangers off of Vista Print or something like that.
That's right.
And my door hanger said, if you're interested in buying real estate, call Lawrence.
Come on, Mike.
You see, let it go.
So really, with those door hangers, it was a pretty day, and I needed some exercise. So I walked my entire neighborhood.
Wow.
It's not that many houses, but it's a nice house, nice little neighborhood. And I was really just trying to get more business to sell somebody's real estate. You see what I'm saying? And I saw a house. The grass was grown up. It was a corner lot. I put my door hanger on the house. Probably about maybe a month or two later, I got a phone call. Woo! Must be the Lawrence, but this Lawrence speaking. Hey, Mr. Lawrence, I have a house I want to sell. 805 bill. I knew exactly how. I hung up. I said, let me get it. Oh, Lord. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, long story short, instead of me listening for sale, I said, I want to buy it. I told him like that. I told my story. I said, I'm from this neighborhood. I think the street over. I looked over the house, and actually, I would save her money because it didn't hit the MLS. So I wasn't going to charge a commission. You see what I'm saying? And
win-win situation.
Yeah, win-win.
Win.
So that was just awesome, man. Just to have a flip in my childhood neighborhood, it's unbelievable how I feel in my life.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna do a series on this. Top 2 challenges you faced on that first deal.
Top 2 challenges, man, with me. Well, first of all, I kind of want to give you guys props on how you helped me get to that point. Yeah. Okay. So after I kind of secured the contract, and well, first of all, the deal was the purchase price at home was $60K, and at that particular time, all I had was pictures. I started snapping pictures, and I didn't know how to do a scope of work. And so I called up the demos. And at that time, they had an office in Homewood. I ran over there. I said, Tony, I got a deal. I said, but I got to submit this scope of work. I said, and I showed Antonio the pictures. And, man, you'd have said it was like he was like, what's the man out, X-Man?
Professor.
Yeah. He looked at the pictures down, and from the pictures, he said, man, paint gonna be $6,500. He said, floor gonna be about $2,500. Cabin's gonna be dog. Just through the pictures, dog. We knocked out a scope of work in 30 minutes. And at the same time, it was a client in there. They was security. And so, anyway, from pictures alone, he was just that good at that particular time. Still is now. He was able to kind of give me a scope of work so I can keep the deal rolling. Also, you gave me a lender at the time, that I still work with today. Chris Williams, matter of fact, and we built a great relationship. But yeah, just from you pointing to me, giving me that scope of work and giving me that lender, I was able to carry through that deal.
That's what's up.
I think that is so crazy because
I remember that day.
I remember like it was yesterday. Like I don't remember who the other client was, but I'm sure it probably was the least option.
Yeah, it was working out the least option deal.
Yeah, the least option deal. Sure. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it sounds crazy sometimes when you say it, like Sonia can look at pictures and he can calculate a scope of work off of pictures, but he didn't understand at that point how powerful it was to not have to always go look at the house, always go put your eyes on it, but to be able to look at it.
Pictures in the phone, dog. And I ain't no professional picture to take.
And as much as Ashley was saying, it helped you. Yeah, you helped us more than you even know. Sure. Because a part of helping you and just being around, we realized that we could actually systematize what we was doing. Sure. And like, it wasn't a thought of coaching. It wasn't a thought of really being that. But we was like, because of Lawrence's success, and it wasn't even like you was coming to our office every week. Right. You was just
whenever
there, pop up, like it was just conversation. Sure. we realized that they were so powerful and that you was listening, that we could help more people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you helped us a whole lot.
And then too, I wanted to, pay y'all some consulting for y'all. Said, nah, Lawrence, you good. We just here to help. But no, that information that you gave me was more than enough to be compensated for at that particular time.
Appreciate it.
So I'm gonna say that.
Right. So we working through.
Back to that question. Then.
Okay.
So question challenges on that first flip.
Yeah.
Challenges on that first flip, man. Had a bootleg contractor, dog. I had a bootleg contractor, man. Basically, what I did was I was on Facebook. I thought what he did was decent work. And he had, at that time, me and my dad didn't have a Home Depot Pro account. And the deal was we pay him labor and we do the materials. And we did not have a system in place. And man, that contractor, he had us going to Home Depot up and down them aisles. Dog, we picking the wrong stuff. Stuff ain't adding up. I think one time we had to go pick up some sheetrock. It started raining. We made it in on time, but the sheetrock was heavy.
It is.
And so just that time, a lot of time wasting going back and forth from Home Depot, picking up materials that he could have picked out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, he could have did a phone sale or something like that. Not that I get.
Not if you
but that was a little bit challenging. And then what else was a huge challenge for us, man? Well, it was COVID. I will say it was COVID. It was 2020. So we did have some downtime in that and a lot of uncertainty, with the housing market.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it went crazy.
Low. Yeah, it went crazy. But contractor was one of the biggest obstacles. And then what should I say?
Did you end up finishing? Did you end up getting him all the way through the project, or did you have to fire him?
I didn't have to fire him. I mean, he finished, but he kind of left to it. I don't know how to explain it, man. I'm done. He was just chasing money, man, and then that was hard to get him back. Come back over and finish some just other items and stuff like that. And then it wasn't really an obstacle, but I ran into some things with the sewer line
that's a good one.
Yeah, with the sewer line that. Now I know what to do in that situation, and it's gonna be a what y'all call it when you give a tip out?
A pro tip.
Pro tip. Yeah. I'm gonna have some pro tips.
Give a pro tip. Yeah. What about the sewer line?
So at that particular time, and it's good for new home buyers. A lot of home buyers wasn't doing sewer inspections. You know what I mean? Like as a real estate agent, I didn't do many, and on that particular time, this agent in the contract they want to do a sewer line inspection. So I'm like, okay. When we running the water in the house, nothing was getting stopped up. It was draining pretty properly. And they did a sewer line inspection. And when they scoped it, they saw roots inside the sewer line. Now I'm looking at the front yard. Hey, damn tree.
No tree.
In the sewer. So anyway, had to. I think it was $500 to jet it. You know what I'm saying? So they had to jet it. So I'm like, okay, we jet it. And then I had to add at that particular house, it was an older home, so I had to call a plumber to get them clean out.
In the yard. You did it in the yard?
Yeah.
Or up top?
He did in the yard.
Okay.
He had to install a clean out inspection. And so after we got finished jetting, they finally made it all the way to the street. Whatever they had them doing the street, it was a problem. You see what I'm saying? I said, oh my God, we done passed the roofs and get to the street, and it's a bigger problem. So long story short, I was so far into that deal, I just wanted it out of my plate because flipping is stressful. You know what I mean? And flipping is stressful.
I thought flipping was sexy.
It's easy. No,
Don't be stressed out. Don't be stressed out.
But the buyer, they call Roto-Rooter out there. You can get Roto-Rooter out there.
The bill going up.
2,000. The whole Roto-Rooter step.
Because they had to cut the street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had to cut the street to get to the sewer. And so basically what I end up doing a repair escrow because I was like, I'm not going to do all this before y'all buy this property. So I had to do a addendum in the contract, do a repair escrow, but it cost me $9,000 to do that. And that hurt.
That hurt.
That's a whole check.
That's a whole check. So look, after I sold the house and posted on social media, you know, me and my dad was in the green. We made a little bit of money. That flip was straight for pride.
No, that flip was for
that was experience, right?
Because even if you think the 9,000 you lost, even if you take the little bit you made, put that 9,000 on top of it, the experience you got from that first deal, invaluable.
It was invaluable,
man. You can't even put a number on that first one that you complete from start to finish.
And not even that, the bond that you and your daddy experienced from doing it together.
Absolutely.
Like that's invaluable.
I'm gonna tell you his role in the business, man. So
y'all got roles?
Yeah.
Come on,
with my role, I mean, think of football team. I'm the QB. He the running back, quarterback, running back. So you know, I find the deals, kind of finance everything. He's retired, by the way.
Okay.
And so I keep him busy. He's kind of responsible for, you know, he got a pickup truck, so he'll do, you know, help with the clean out. He'll do some of the landscaping. He's good with that.
Okay.
And you know, I let him do the materials on, you know, his little Home Depot card. So that's how we run.
Man,
quarterback, running back.
That's right.
Man, it's crazy you said it because we have a nice amount of mother-daughters or dad-daughters joining our program.
Sure.
Like we got like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
And being that you are a son and you're doing it with your dad, what advice would you give either the parent or the child that's been to go down this road together to help it be successful? What advice would you give?
Just trust each other, man. It's gonna be all right. As long as you work together, as long as y'all come up with a plan, as long as y'all do your research, identify the correct deal, it's gonna work out. I promise you that, because working with your family, it's not too much we don't disagree on. And then also,
right,
he encourages me, man. I remember I'm talking about my second deal. I had a second deal over in the Centerpoint area, and shouts out to the wholesaler. What's his name? Anyway, I had shot over to a property Centerpoint, and I think the purchase price was like 85, but I wanted to offer 80. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of wanted to, you know,
lowball a
little bit or whatnot. And my dad said, "Man, you don't gotta hit a home run all the time."
Ooh.
Yeah. You know, base hit or double or do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But come to turn out, I bought it for 85. And shouts out to Billy Fagner. He was my contractor on that one. Did a fantastic job on the house in Centerpoint in Bridlewood. So what happened was this was in 2021. So I think I had the ARV on that home at the time when I bought it was maybe like 160 something. You know what I'm saying? What happened?
That's a good number.
Whatever. And when the market started changing with the interest rates being low, that ARV went from 160 to 199 by the time I was through with that. You know, because that was that time it was a rat race.
It was
you gotta get up out of here real quick.
But in the house, it was 4-bedroom, 2-bath, what have you. But at the time, I was almost about to trick myself out of deal. And if it wasn't for my dad saying,
get a base hit.
It turned into a home run. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's important, man. You gotta always
guard that mental
to who you listening to, man. Sure. Like, because the people that you have around you, they can only do 2 things. They can feed you fear or they can feed you faith. Yeah. If they're not feeding you faith, find you somebody else to be around. Yeah. Don't be around them negative people that's always telling you can't do it. This ain't gonna work. Such and such failed at this, man. Find you some people that's gonna encourage you, that's gonna motivate you, that's gonna want to see you do good.
Absolutely. Hey, one thing too. I want to shout out my mom. I know I've been talking about my dad a lot. Now my mom, like I say, after I graduated from college, Initially, I wanted to buy an apartment. I wanted to rent out an apartment.
Okay.
You know, hopefully get a new car. What have you? I was ready to
Do the new graduation.
I was ready to leave the house because I was staying in my folks' basement. Blah blah blah. And my mom planted that seed. This was in 2000 and really 2006. Planted a seed that she said, "LH, why don't you I think you can buy a home." And when she said that, I looked at her crazy because I thought
I'm in your basement. What you mean? I'm straight right here.
Yeah, I'm straight right here. And at the time, I thought home ownership was only for married couples, or you just had to have a different set of terms. But she planted that seed at that particular time in 2006 that home ownership was obtainable. And I sacrificed for 2 years, stayed in the basement for 2 years, and I became a homeowner in 2008 at the age of 26.
Right.
Shout out to my mom.
Let's go, man. Mama got a roll too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everybody has a
Mom
role.
got a roll too.
Everybody has a role.
No doubt.
All right. So now we checking along to our second flip. We still an agent.
Sure, still an agent.
Still kicking it with the agent, still working full time.
Yep, still working full time.
Now we on second deal. Do we go to the third deal?
Centerpoint was the second deal.
Centerpoint was the second. That's what I'm saying. Do we get a third deal?
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. So we've been talking for 30 minutes.
Let's keep going.
So for the people who don't understand, who don't know Lawrence, and I know you don't like to do this because I don't like to do it.
Sure.
But I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Sure.
How many homes have you flipped with you and your dad, and how many rental properties you got?
So I've done a total number of 5 flips.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But this is in a short time span. You know what I mean?
Working full time.
Working full time, being a real estate agent, being I'm a new dad, by the way.
Congrats.
My baby girl Lauren, and my wife, of course. But yeah, I fixed and flipped total 5 homes. Now, peep this: 4 of the homes were all in Fairfield.
Wow.
All in Fairfield. So I did one in Bellwood. And then these are Fairfield neighborhoods, and so you may or may not be familiar. I did one in the Fair Oaks community in Fairfield.
I like Fair Oaks. Fair Oaks might be the only community I like.
Yeah, I know. You know, this is my spot.
This your area.
And I've done one in what we consider older Glen Oaks, and I've just recently flipped one in Old Glen Oaks as well that I sold in February, and then my 5th one was in Centerpoint. Now, as far as rental properties, something clicked for me. I went crazy.
2021.
I went crazy in 2020.
2021 or 2022.
2022 was
2022.
Rentals. With rentals, I've already had one rental in Glen Oaks that was my first property that I purchased, and I own a total. And then 2022, I purchased 3 rentals. And then I purchased another rental in Centerpoint that was supposed to be a flip, but since I was becoming a new dad, I had an extra strategy instead of flipping because the market was changing. I just said I'm gonna keep
it real.
So I got 4 rentals in Fairfield and 1 in Centerpoint.
Let's go.
So you don't
cash
10 properties, Lawrence.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Lawrence, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Working a full-time job.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that because most people say I don't have the time.
Yeah.
You didn't have the time.
Yeah, I had time.
And I think that's what it's about. Like
no. Well, so I was the economy that we're in. A lot of jobs or corporate America you have jobs now where they're allowing you to work from home. You know, when COVID hit, my wife is still working from home. You know what I'm saying? She's been blessed to work from home. And
the baby at the daycare?
No, baby, daycare.
That's so good.
Wow. But no, man, my 9-to-5 job gives me that flexibility where I'm able to work from home. I travel a lot, so I'm able to do multiple things at one time. And you know, when you gotta focus on the drive, you get prioritize stuff to get things done.
You get it done. You get it done. Absolutely.
You get it done no matter what.
Absolutely.
Get it done.
So, yeah.
Fairfield, for everybody who don't know,
Absolutely.
35064.
35064.
When you told me in total transparency that you wanted to do the Fairfield area, I was like, Lawrence, good luck. And just because my experiences weren't the same.
Right. Sure.
I was brand new to Alabama, coming here like, oh yeah, I'm gonna invest. This is what I'm gonna do. And I landed in Fairfield because I had this vision that I wanted to help college students. And it didn't go. Sometimes your visions just don't go as planned.
Yeah.
It didn't go as planned, to where I felt like every house that was in Fairfield looked like Miles College area. And that's because I had 10 of them over there in that area.
Right.
But when I came to your first flip, I said, ooh,
Yeah.
I've never seen this before. I ain't never seen this before.
And my third one, y'all did a bit. Y'all did
third
y'all
one
before y'all did y'all walk.
You could not tell me that wasn't midfield.
Y'all did walkthroughs to the one in Fairhope.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all did a video walkthrough.
The one thing you just said, Ash, that if you're watching a pro tip, you gotta always be ready to adjust, y'all.
Always.
Like you might have one vision, and if you hit a roadblock, adjust.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Like our original vision was, hey, we're gonna get 10 properties in Fairfield and not have to work a day in our life. Didn't go like that. Adjust. Like as long as you're in real estate, you're gonna always be pivoting. Lawrence just said, I bought this to flip.
And it turned into a
room. Adjust. Like don't stop because you come to a roadblock. You just adjust and you keep going.
Yeah. And I think the people who stay in the game the longest, they stay in the game the longest because they learn how to pivot, because they learn how to make those adjustments. The moment you don't have those tools in your tool belt,
right,
is your toolbox, is when you don't know what to do when it comes to an exit strategy. So always continue learning and getting those tools, because they make a difference, because the market can be up, down, sideways, and you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I paid for that lesson. Listen, me too.
That's my friend and investor Douglas Walk, man. We work side by side. He's doing some great things in the community too.
Shout out. He can argue live, didn't
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
absolutely.
Okay.
He enjoyed it. He said he'll be back, man.
That's what's up. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you for the support. So give us some numbers. What are you looking for in a property, Lawrence? When you looking at a house, like take me into Lawrence's mindset, and what makes you pull the trigger on that one? What are you looking for?
So I do have a buyer criteria.
Okay, talk to us.
And I stay in my lane when it comes to certain things I want to do in houses. So, when everybody was kind of running to Norwood, them houses over there, man, they built in 1940s and 30s. You know what I'm saying? And I just hadn't been in the game long enough
to do that.
To tackle it. You know what I'm saying? So Lawrence ain't going. Luckily enough, I haven't rewired a house. I haven't had to pull out no cast iron pipes or anything like that. And that just ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I'm looking for flips, my flips are usually what I call medium rehabs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When you go in, the house is usually 1950s and up.
Okay.
Usually it's about a 1,200 square feet, maybe 1,400 square feet home. One level home, usually it's brick inside. You see what I'm saying? And usually when I can go in there, hopefully I can keep them cabinets, do some paint, redo the bathrooms, and hopefully have some hardwood up on that carpet, and
voila.
I could be
rock and roll, baby.
In and out by month 3.
Month 3, in and out, baby.
Month 3, rocking and rolling. And my rehabs really range. I'm gonna give you some numbers. Really, that 30 to 35 range as far as a rehab budget. Now, my recent one that I just completed, I spent 40 on the rehab, but that was because it needed a roof. That was the first house that needed a roof, and I was at 40K. But Lawrence ain't finna go tackle though. Nothing against older style homes and stuff like that. Because some investors flip. Shouts out to Rob and Malcolm and stuff like that.
Right.
They rock.
They do that thing.
But that's their lane. But my lane is gonna be the medium rehab, 1950s and up. I can go in, paint, do my rehab in and out and put it on the market.
I think that all goes back to what your dad said. Like, make those base hits and get those doubles.
Sure.
And you don't have to do $100,000 rehab to get returns. Like,
but my margins, dog, I won them. I'm gonna tell you, it was one over in Glen Oaks. I'm gonna tell you some numbers. So what happened was my parents, they sold their first house over in Glen Oaks. I want to say for like, it might have been like 145 or 150 or something like that. And then a couple of months later, it was another house block over that came for sale. You know what I mean? And I ran over there. It was listed for 85. So I said, I already know the comps. Because I just sold it. It was a 3-bedroom, same style. And when I walked into the house, I believe the seller was he was an investor too, but it used to be a rental, so he was just trying to come off the property. Spent it for purchased the house for 85. The house was so sweet. My rehab was like $15K.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And then I was able to shout out to Latif Pine, one of my classmates. He's a contractor whatnot. Rehab was $15K. He did the floor and we painted the entire house, whatever. So I was all in at $100K. The market kept turning again. Sold that thing for $165. Quick. Again, like I say, it was 1,300 square feet. A single mom and her son was able to buy a real nice, pretty home. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that was lit.
All right,
excuse me. Yeah,
hey, you got me. Yeah. So I'm going to put you in the corner, Lord.
Okay.
I'm finna put you in the corner. I'm finna back you against the wall because I think that your answer is going to touch some people.
Okay.
Why haven't you left your 9 to 5? What's the fear?
That's not. It's a safety net for me, man. Comfort. But I will say, I have a plan to wean myself off of corporate America, and the plan is in action right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I got 5 homes. You know, and my goal is to probably I can really handle maybe get 5 more within a 5-year span. And my true thinking of retiring, let's say, I don't want to wait till I'm 62, 63 years old to retire. Like I'm 42 now. I'm trying to get out this thing. 55, I'm out the door. I'm cashing out. You know what I'm saying? And doing something else. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see me sipping pina coladas in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Because I sold my rental portfolio. But I do have a plan to get out corporate, but it's so sweet right now. I can't even complain.
And that's what I wanted to hear.
It's so good. I feel stressed. It would give me a headache, man. Then I would kiss them goodbye. It's so cool.
But that's what I wanted to hear. We are not advocates of just quitting your job.
Ever.
Don't just quit your job because you get an itch.
Yeah, I'd be a fool.
That's not smart. Create you a plan.
Yeah.
Leverage that job so that it can help you with real estate.
That's exactly.
Because if you got a job, you're bankable. You can get business funding. You can do a lot of different things when you have that job.
Yeah.
So until you can really have enough passive income, or you put enough of a nest egg away, man, y'all stay at that job. Don't just run on that job because you get a $56,000 check. That money gonna go fast.
Absolutely.
And you don't know when that next $50,000-$60,000 check is gonna come. And I think that's the most scariest thing when you are full time and you're out here without that nest egg, without that job, is when is that next deal gonna come? What if I didn't budget right? What if I thought I'm gonna get it in 3 months and I'm down to 10, 15,000 and it takes another 3 months and I don't have it?
Yeah.
So like that fear is a whole nother level of fear, to where if you don't have to do that, don't just put yourself in that situation. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have left my corporate America job. In total transparency, I didn't want to leave my corporate America job. Had that door not closed, I would probably still be at that corporate America job.
Agreed.
So sometimes things are going to happen and you roll with it. But if you can plan it, if you can work it out, I would do exactly what Lawrence is doing. I would do it bite-sized chunks, and I would put away. I would get all of the funding that I can get. I would get all of the doors that I can get so that I'm not worried about a check.
Yep. And take that money just like he did with that real estate agent money. That money, put it to the side. Don't spend that money. Take it, put it to the side. Buy you some more rental property. Buy you some more cash flow. You create money to buy cash flow. Cash flow is what's going to get you out of that 9 to 5. It's not flipping.
It's not flipping.
You're right.
It's not.
And I understand how y'all went from, because what was your name prior to Ex Flipper? King of Flipping or something like that?
No, the lease purchase king.
Lease purchase king. Yeah. But you're right. Flipping is not going to set you up for retire.
It's not. It's not. All right.
I'm excited. Okay.
I'm like, I got like chills, man, because we do this to help people, man. And a lot of times you see people on TV and it's like so far-fetched.
Yeah.
But like we regular people, y'all.
Regular
like
for real.
we regular people.
I want to say this too. I mean, cut you off.
Go on.
So my mindset too, man. Shouts out to Johnny Liner, man. Me and him met at the University of Alabama. He's doing a lot of great things with multifamily. And I think a year or two ago, he wrote a book. And in his book, he was just talking about millionaire mindset or how to make $1 million in real estate or something like that. And I read in there, he said he had $1 million in assets. You know what I'm saying? But my thing was, I said, if he can do it, I can do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I got that mind. If they can do it, y'all can do it.
You can.
You see what I'm saying?
I promise you can.
Yeah. So I just wanted to kind of put that tidbit out there. If I can do it, you can do it.
Before you know it, like that $1 million in assets come quick when you're grinding.
That's what it's. I'm almost there. I got 3/4 million, but 2 more. I'm at the million.
2 more.
So straight up.
Yeah, honestly, you already touched the $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean,
you already.
Yeah,
but it's super easy, and I didn't realize. Shout out to Tom Crow, because I didn't realize what $1 million in asset looks like until he made me go look at it and put it on paper.
Yeah.
And it was scary for me to say what it was. And he said, you have to check your finances every week. You have to check your net worth every week so that you constantly know where you are and you're reaching your goals.
Yeah.
And when I saw it on paper, because Tonya said, I'm not doing it. I already got it in my head. I'm like, well, I don't know what that means. I have to do it.
Yeah. That's a common theme. I keep a lot of stuff in his head.
Yeah. I can't do that. I'm not blessed to just count numbers in the sky. I got to put it on a spreadsheet and hit total. And when I saw it, I was just like, dang, like all this time, I didn't even know at that point that we had millions in assets.
Technically, I'm sitting up here with billionaires. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
And I'm up next. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Just think about from your childhood. Like,
I read. He said, I have $1 million. I have $1 million in assets. That's technically a millionaire for net worth.
Yeah. So we getting ready to wrap it up. It ain't. Oh, hold on. How Tati say? We ain't here for a long time. We're here for a good time.
We're here for a good time. That's right.
We're here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So
wait. So Jason said, I'm not adding it up until I'm over 5 mil. You might not know that you might be at 5 mil. So add it up and see. But you won't know exactly where you are to even get to that 5 mil. What if you at 4.25?
Yeah. You're so stupid, Ashley.
So now you know how to get to 5 because you at 4.25. All right, Pastor said, my peeps killing the game. Eyes have not seen. Yes, Pastor. Ears have not heard. Hey.
Shouts out to Thomas Beavers,
Thank
man.
you,
I want to say maybe 2-3 months ago, Birmingham Realtors did a wealth building seminar at his church, man, where we encourage a lot of buyers to come. So shouts out to Pastor Thomas.
It was amazing. That was like big.
It was super.
That was big.
Y'all heard that again, right? Super. Networking.
Yeah, networking.
You heard that.
Yeah.
We're giving you the keys. We're giving you the nuggets that you need. And it's not huge nuggets. It's just little things that you need to be consistent on.
Absolutely.
So
Jason said, I don't want to know. I might slow down. Jason, Ain't nothing about you going to slow down.
You like, man, this easy. You know, might keep going.
Yeah. So for the people who are on the sideline, man, they watching this thing and they've been watching. They've been thinking about real estate for 2, 3, 4, 5,
4 minutes,
10 years. Like I have conversations with people like, I've been thinking about doing this forever, but they've never overcome that fear and took that step. What advice would you give them to get off of the sideline and into the game?
Well, first off, talk to somebody that's actually doing it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, when I came to real estate, I had to meet y'all. You see what I'm saying? Whether I had to come on the open houses, whether I meet y'all at a networking event, get yourself in the room.
The magic is
in
the
room.
room.
If you like what somebody's doing in your community, whether they fixing, flipping, and stuff like that, go out and introduce yourself, man. You say, hey, Lawrence, man, I see what you're doing in the community. How did you do it? What did you do? And then I can give you some tips and game on what you need to do, man. But go out and touch those people. We here, man. I'm a phone call away. I post my phone number on the internet at least weekly. Call me if you want to buy or sell. And you see I'm flipping. So and then you know, if I can't help you, I'm gonna point you to the Denmarks, and they can help you with the bag and with.
But you just touched on something. And I know we gonna go. I don't know what you heard. I'm gonna tell you what I heard. One of the things we always say, and one of our pillars of success is, you have to tell everybody what you're doing.
Yeah,
you can't keep it a secret.
No, I'm keeping it
like you heard me say every week, every other week, I'm telling people on Facebook what I'm doing. I already know what his conversation is like. He's not having conversations that they just talking about football or basketball. I know what time it is.
Yeah.
He's having business conversation, real estate conversation, credit conversation, investment conversations.
You got a deal that you're thinking about selling, you need me to buy conversations.
You gotta do those things. And it's little things that it don't even take money to do those type of things. No. It don't take money to have investment conversations. It don't take money to go to networking events. It don't take money to make a post on Facebook and say, hey, I'm looking to get into real estate.
Yeah.
I'm looking to buy a house. I'm looking for a partner in real estate. It don't take money to do those things. Mm-hmm. It takes you wanting to do it, you overcoming your self-disbelief and not believing you can do it to really step out there and do it.
Change your mindset, people. It's in your mind.
It's all in your mind.
Change your mindset.
Yeah. And I never understood, and I know we're getting ready to go. I always thought that, okay, well, once you change your mindset and you start investing, then you don't have to work on mindset ever again. But you constantly have to continue to feed your mind and grow your mind. Like, it doesn't matter what level you're on, it's a mindset because you got fear on whatever level.
Too, one thing to piggyback off that, you know, I met y'all at one. I didn't stop going to network meetings once y'all gave me your plan. I still continue to go to the REI lives because you just never know. What pro tip I'm gonna get, who I'm gonna meet, and what I'm gonna learn. I'm constantly learning, about the industry because it's constantly changing.
It's constantly changing. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Be, do, have. Absolutely.
Be, do, have. All right. I ain't gonna lie to you till I understand that. Can one of y'all explain be, do, have to me?
Whatever you want to be, do it, and you shall have it. Like, don't be afraid to be who you want to be. Okay. Don't be afraid to do the things that you need to do to get there. Okay. Because you're gonna have the rewards that you're seeking.
It is. See? Wow. I don't know everything. So I lost my thought.
Okay.
You ready, Jason? Comment.
Jason said, partner with an experienced investor. That's what moved a lot of the fear and uncertainty for me. Yeah. If you don't have it, partner with somebody that's already accomplished what you're doing. Now, don't partner with someone who's never achieved those goals that you're trying to achieve, but partner with someone who's achieved what you're trying to achieve.
All right. I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm gonna let Lawrence close. You're gonna say something. I'm gonna let Lawrence close us out. Okay. One more thing. What I was gonna say was, no matter how much you know, understand that at some point you're going to be at the bottom of another mountain. No matter how high you climb, if you look over, there's another mountain that's bigger, and you're at the bottom. And you got to climb that mountain. You got to get that mindset different. There's a different mindset than doing one house or two houses. There's a different mindset when you have 3 to 4 employees. There's a different mindset when you have 10 employees. So understand, you're going to always be learning. You're going to always be investing in yourself so that you can overcome those hurdles.
Yeah, because once you invest in yourself, no one can take that away from you. Like, you can lose everything, but what's inside of you, what's in you mentally, you can't lose that. And you can grow it again 10 times faster than you've ever grew it before. So yeah, invest in yourself, learn and understand the fundamentals. Nobody wants to know the fundamentals. Everybody wants to know how to run, but you don't want to crawl or walk. No, crawl, walk, skip, do whatever you got to do first before you run. Because if you fall after running, guess what? You know how to roll, you know how to crawl, you know how to skip, you know how to hop. You done build up those tools in that toolbox because you got the fundamentals. So, Lawrence, I'm so grateful to have you on.
I'm grateful too, man. You're gonna bless so many people with this,
man.
Absolutely.
You're gonna bless some
I'm
people.
so glad to be here. You just don't know. I'm excited. This is my first podcast too. You know, the podcast.
Man, you did a great job.
Let's
Great job, man.
Go.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for anything more. We are going to. Got any projects you're working on now? Anything in the pipeline? Or you just got rid of one?
Not right now. I just got rid of that one in February. And for me, to be honest with you, that project I bought it in August. My contract took a little bit too long on. It ran in the holidays, so that went on for 6 months. That was one of the longest projects I sat on. So I had to give myself.
You gotta get your
I gotta regroup. No projects right now.
Okay.
Just buying and selling. But
so if they
wanted to get in contact with you,
tell you,
yes.
How can they get in contact with you?
Yeah. So first of all, you guys can follow me on Facebook, Lawrence Barron II. My Instagram page is realestate_Barron. On Instagram, my telephone number is 205-240-8805. Call or text me, inbox me. I'll pick up the phone. I promise you, because I ain't gonna miss no money. I ain't gonna miss no money.
That's real.
But I do want to say, keep God first, or put God first in everything you guys do. Change your mindset. I don't know if anybody else out there do, affirmations. I'm big on that. And through with abundance, and I am this and I am that. And I ain't gonna lie, deals will start chasing you down. You know what I'm saying?
Let me hear these affirmations, man. You ain't gonna just say you said. Let me hear it like it's morning time.
I be on YouTube. I let somebody else too. I be on YouTube. They be like, cash is coming your way. Abundance will be flowing. You know, I listen to the type of video. I do anything to change my mindset. Subconsciously.
Self-cut
for real.
Yes. Actually, you gotta get my Pillars to Success.
I
put in the corner somewhere. Because he jumping on.
He did.
All of it. I can't even.
Yeah.
Look. And then one quick thing too. So I'm gonna tell you about how deals come to you. So the last deal I purchased in Fairfield, it came from a wholesaler. And that wholesaler, I was on he called me out the blue. I wasn't even actively looking for a particular deal. He said, "Hey, Lawrence, I saw that you sold a house in that particular neighborhood.
That's right.
Do you know any other investors that would be interested?"
He knew it was you.
That's a good.
He knew it was you.
And then sometimes when they see Barron Real Estate Group on the tax records, they calling me all day. I don't even gotta call them no more. They calling me.
Get in the game.
Yeah. They'll call you for the deal.
That's right.
And you can turn them down if you want to, but I ain't turn that one down.
No, sir.
Absolutely.
Let's go, Christopher. Let's get that funding going, man.
Yes.
Get it going, Chris.
Off the sideline and get
into
in the game.
Absolutely.
We're gonna roll out of here, man. I'm so grateful that my kids did not bust through the door tonight.
Praise God.
I just knew they was gonna come through. We actually held them off for at least an hour.
So that means we have to go get some dessert because they've been good.
So we tricked them too. So hey, we bribed.
Do what you gotta do.
Man, if you enjoyed this, if you got 1 or 2 nuggets from this, subscribe, share this, send this to your people, man. We have to help each other. Don't get the information and hold it to yourself.
No, that's useless.
That's selfish. All right. If you found value, share it with somebody so they can get some value.
Absolutely. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. We will see you guys next week for our Fearless Investing podcast at 1 p.m. on Thursday. All right. Love you guys.
Peace.